Hey guys, what's up? JGigs back with another Summoner's War video. The ToA just reset, so I figured this would be a good time while it's still really early in the rotation to make a video on him, since I did one on Lyric last time. So I'm gonna run through this and do my best to try to help you guys if you're struggling with him. He is much easier than Lyric, and the team that you need doesn't require nearly as much. So this is the team I use. And we're just going to get right into it. I've shown you my runes, but real quick, we'll just run over real quick. My Ath'taros is on Violent, the Speed, HP. And you can pause if you want to look at the runes a little longer. I have her on Despair Focused. She's Speed, HP as well. Bella on Swift. I prefer Speed over the lack of violent procs I get with Bella. So my ToA is on Violent. She does very well on Violent for me, and I mean even with a 4-star HP rune there. And then Bernard, Swift, whatever. Swift plus whatever has the best speed substats, and I went Speed, HP, Accuracy on mine. So just a quick look. We'll just jump right into it and work our way to the boss. Basically, the reason that this works is, again, everybody's contributing and everybody's working together. So with a little bit of thought about what you're doing and the understanding, again, of how everything works. And with ToA, she does do some damage, which is nice, but what makes her more useful here is the attack bar reduction with her attack. That's very useful in kind of cleaning up where the stuns don't land, because I have Ath'taros and Shannon, who I would hope would stun, but if they don't, then ToA can reduce attack bar and just play kind of a little bit of damage control, a little bit of cleanup behind them. So very beneficial. And in the first round, in my opinion, the fire chicks are the bigger threat. So I try to take them out first. So yeah, it's a slow grind, as is ToA, unless you have ridiculous monsters and ridiculous runes. It's a process, but it's just using your team properly, having a good turn order. If I came in here and ToA went first, or Bernard would go first. But if it was like Bernard, then ToA, and then Shannon, and then maybe my Vera and Bella aren't fast enough and they go last. Your turn order needs to be effective to the best of its ability, to the best of your ability, I guess I should say. We'll save that in case you had some more stuns. You obviously want your buffer to go before anybody that's going to be doing damage. So my Bella happens to be faster than my Shannon, because I just upgraded his runes, and that kind of sent him over the edge for Shannon. But it doesn't matter, because I'm not using him for damage. He puts a defense break on, so if he goes before Shannon, it doesn't matter. But Shannon does go before Ath'taros and ToA, and that is a big help. It's important. So you want your buffer to go. You want any defense breakers or debuffers to go. Then you want your crowd control and your damage to go. So, and again, you want to think about where you're at and how much damage you've been inflicting, because as you start getting towards the end of a round, you want to begin to start conserving your skills, so that when you go into the next round, all your skills are available to you. So we are at a point now where we're not in any danger. So we're just gonna get to it. Maybe we'll use Mobilize. Might as well, just to be safe, but I'm sure he'll get another turn before we hit the next round. So. But again, this round is not a lot of threat. It's not so tough. You just have to be able to sustain and get rid of the fire seconds. Now this round, again, there's not much of a threat here, but it can be annoying. So you want to be strategic. I played it well the first time I ran through this a couple hours ago when I beat ToA, and I managed to take these guys out one right after the other, so there was no reviving. But this can get pretty annoying with their reviving. So here it's just it's a little bit of patience and strategy and not losing your cool, not losing focus when they start reviving and it starts taking you a long time. Because if you start getting frustrated, then you'll start being hasty in your decisions, and you know what I mean. You're going to suffer for it. So just be patient and try to get them at low health before you start trying to take them out. Because there are no heals, so you don't have to worry about that. So really, as long as they can't kill you, you don't have anything to worry about. And we'll go ahead and come over here now. Whew. Oh, very much. Ooh. Cutting it close. Okay, let's go ahead and kill him. Oh no, this is bad. This could be very bad. We'll reduce that attack bar. And we'll hope that yeah, Bella's gonna get turned. Okay, that's close. Now I'm trying to take him out. Heal. And now we need to get him out of the picture, or her, I'm sorry, it's a girl. We need to get her out of the picture before she starts reviving. I think we're going to be good. Yeah, we're going to be good. So we can now move on. They have switched focus. That's nice. Go ahead and do that. And we don't need to use Tailwind. We'll go ahead and just start taking him out. Hopefully we get to mobilize one more time before we move on. Even if we don't, we should still be fine. But it looks like we're going to get to it anyways. So good. So yeah, we go into the next round looking okay. So we cut it close, but we made it. So now we first skill away. Okay, now here we are at the boss. So let's check out what we got going on here. We have disturbs the HP recovery of the enemies for 2 turns by a certain chance. Okay, that's not really relevant because we have Veramos, so not an issue. Maybe sometimes the timing will be a little inconvenient, but for the most part, that's not going to be an issue. And increases the attack bar of the boss by a certain amount. Great. Smites the enemy, removing 1 beneficial effect and decreasing attack speed and attack power for 3 turns. So, it strips and it puts 2 debuffs on you. So unless Veramos Violent procs, you're going to spend a turn with a debuff. Defense or attack. Or attack power and attack speed, I'm sorry. Strikes all enemies, decreasing the defense. So it's a defense break, but by the time it's worth being worried that you have a defense break on, Veramos takes care of it. So again, counterattacks the enemies with burning flames and recovers a certain amount of health, certain amount of damage as HP. This is very minimal. It's about 400. I've noticed, it's in the low hundreds. It's not really a concern. The only time it's ever a problem is like, let's say he gets Hua down to really low health and she violent procs a few times. Then it starts getting a little dangerous. She actually did die at the end of my run last time because of that exact thing. But it's really not anything to be super concerned about. removes all harmful effects, and permanently increases the attack power, defense, and attack speed according to the number of harmful effects removed. Now this one can be a bit of an issue. However, with Hua reducing his attack bar and Shannon keeping him slow, he's not going to see a bunch of turns, so you're not going to take a bunch of hits from him. So it's not really, again, it's not really a problem. So there's a couple ways we could play this. We're obviously going to do Tailwind with Bernard. Then Bella's going to go and he's going to put Defense Break on. And then it's going to be Shannon's turn. And this is where we can decide what we want to do. We can either go ahead and buff and get the buff out of the way, or we can go ahead and try to slow the attack speed and prevent anything from happening. And then Veramos hits him, and then Hua potentially reduces his attack bar. Now I'm just going to play it like I did last time. So we are going to go ahead and buff. I kind of prefer to get a buff on before anything else. So we'll go ahead. Alright, so we landed a little bit of it. We'll go ahead and put attack break on him. Or not. Now we'll slow him. And can we reduce the attack bar? Okay, we're not getting the attack bar reduction as consistently as we would like. But it would be okay. It would be nice if we could land some of these debuffs. If we could reduce that attack bar a little more and maybe put a glancing on it, that would be pretty beneficial. So we are going to go ahead and heal. But again, I mean, honestly, you get a team with a little bit of sustain, and you could potentially just auto this. You just hit auto and lock onto the boss, because for me, I don't need to worry about the towers. I have seen strategies where people go after the towers, and you know, if you're beating it, there's no wrong way to do it. But for me and my strategy, I just go straight for him, and it's just a matter of sustaining, getting as many turns as you can get, and giving him as few turns as you can give him. So everybody's still got attack speed up slow on, so we're not going to do that yet. It'd be lovely if she violent proc a little bit more. But again, even if RNG is not really in your favor here, you shouldn't have too much to worry about. Because again, he's just not as much of a problem as Lyrith. He's just not. We will go ahead and heal. We'll slow everybody again. Didn't land the slow. So we'll do this. Attack bar reduction. We're not landing any debuffs. But again, shouldn't matter. We have the right team composition for this. So this hopefully, you know, this video will show you that you don't even need everything to work out for you perfectly to be able to handle this. But like we're not landing, we're very rarely landing attack bar reduction. Shannon finally landed some glancing. See, that hurts. That's a little scary. So we're gonna hope that we can get Veramos to turn, and that he removes. Yeah, we can't heal Bernard. So this could be sticky here. As I say, you don't need RNG to be in your favor. It's putting my theories to the test for sure. Let's see. All right, we made it, and that's where it's nice to have Bernard, because of that increased attack speed and that attack bar boost. It gives everybody a lot of turns in between his turns. So you know, we're looking okay. And you'll note, I mean, obviously as the fight goes on, he is going to start to hit harder because of that passive he's got up there that permanently increases his power. But you know, it shouldn't be too much of an issue again, because we're getting so many turns, and with Hua periodically reducing that attack bar, we're keeping him from getting turns. So we're in too much of control. We're controlling it too much for him to really be a problem. I mean, this is, you keep the pattern. You want to. The key to this is to keep an eye on his attack bar, and really try to keep it down. Keep the debuffs on him. I know that his passive, he benefits upon a new turn from the harmful effects you have on him. However, go ahead and do it anyway. He's not getting enough turns for that to be an issue. So don't think that you don't need to put debuffs on him because of that passive. As long as you've got a little bit of health and a little bit of sustain, with Bella, and especially if you have a violent Bella that was stats similar to mine, you're not going to have any issues because you're going to get to heal a lot more frequently than I do with my Bella being on Swift. So, and by the time he gets strong enough to take out somebody from my team with the situation I'm in, by the time he can take somebody out, it's too late for him for it to matter. Like he can't turn this around at this point. So we are going to win, regardless of losing Bernard. It's just too late, and that's the thing. If your stats, you can get close to my stats or better. And again, my stats are not off the charts. They're not very hard to attain. It's a lot of 5-star runes, a few 6-star runes. Squaw's got a 4-star rune. So it's not hard to reach my level with these particular monsters. And I mean, there you see that it's not hard. This one is not that hard. If you rune your monsters correctly and you think about what you're doing, it's not a problem at all. Now I know that not everybody has claw, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to go in and I'm going to show you some examples of some monsters that you can get. Beretta is a great monster for this. If you don't have claw, even if you do have claw and you just would rather use Beretta has the AoE. You put him on Despair, and he stuns on his way on your way up to the boss. Because honestly, in my opinion, it's harder to get to the boss than it is to beat him on this rotation. So, with Beretta, you put dots on the towers, and you'll take the towers out over time. And that turbulence, you use that strategically. And again, you just keep him from getting turns. It probably balances out. It's about as frequent as Hua periodically reducing its attack bar to Beretta using turbulence. And let's see, it's reusable in 4 turns. So it's fully skilled up, it's reusable in 3 turns. You get enough speed on him, and you've got Bernard, and you've got Bella. Beretta's probably going to get enough turns for that to come off cooldown and reset his attack bar again before he even gets to hit you. So you could probably, with enough speed and the right setup, you could probably keep him from getting turns, assuming that RNG doesn't screw you and you don't reset the attack bar or something. But I mean, none of these monsters are hard to obtain. You'll find her in the shop or pop 20 unknown scrolls, and you'll get a Shannon. Veramos, everybody's got Veramos. At some point, everybody ends up with Veramos. Like that's the first big monster you need to try to fuse. So you will get him. He's from a dungeon. He's fusible. Bernard is another one. You can farm him from, I think it's the desert, Timor Desert. I'm not sure. I don't remember which level, but there's a level you can farm him from, and he'll pop up in scrolls. So again, none of these monsters are hard to get. None of these runes are ridiculous. It's really not a hard stage at all. So I've seen Spectre be useful. There's a lot of different combinations of monsters that you can take, but I figured I would show you the one that I did it with, because it's a pretty easily attainable team. And again, if you don't have Hua, put Beretta in Hua's place, and you really shouldn't have too many issues. It might take you a little longer to kill him because Hua probably hits a little bit harder than Beretta, but it's doable. Basically, just survive, and you'll be good to go. So that was it. Just a quick run through to help you guys if you're struggling with ToA. If you have any questions about any of the other stages in this rotation, hit me up. I'm totally down to get with you guys and help you put together a team if you're struggling with any of it. So yeah, hope it helped, and I appreciate you guys watching. and I will catch you guys for the next video. Have a good one.